Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Yeah, Joe List. Your middle name is Albert.
That's right.
Explain it.
How did you know that?
I do my research, bro.
Wow, my middle name's out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm named after my great-grandfather, Albert Joseph McKinnon. This is going to have him rolling in the aisles. And my name is Joseph Albert List. So they did the old switcheroo.
Is List Irish?
It's not Irish. I think it's German. But my grandfather was fond
Big
of
on
saying
lists,
that. Oh, guys.
Come on, Joe.
I just got here.
Start.
Hot start.
Just got here.
Big on lists.
But my grandfather would always say that, you know, the Germans migrated west in whatever century it was, and that there was multiple generations of lists in Ireland. So, but it might have also been because World War II, he was like, oh, we're Irish, fuckface.
Yeah, we're Irish. We're Irish men living in Argentina. It's totally cool. Oh, you want to hear
We're
about your
good people.
Wikipedia page? I looked you up to do some research.
Sure.
Joseph Albert List, born April 6, 1982, is an American comedian and actor.
That's kind of true-ish.
That's all. That's it. That's your entire Wikipedia page.
That's pretty
now.
good, though. I mean, there's other stuff in there, right? There's some credits in there. That's a photo.
There's a photo. That's you performing in 2016.
At the stand.
Is that at the stand?
Yeah, how do you do Wikipedia? Because everyone's always like, anyone can just go into Wikipedia. I don't know how to go into Wikipedia.
I had an assistant change my height because they had unsuccessfully. Yeah, anybody can go in unless it's your assistant and you want them to do something to correct it. I'm listed at 5'9", and it makes me crazy. I'm 5'10".
Wow. People,
petty.
I get a lot of height things. People think I'm very short. I guess because I'm like a pussy or something. I don't know the way I talk. But when I do meet and greets after shows, the number one thing I get, people don't realize that I'm tall.
What are you, 6 foot even?
I mean, that's hurtful too. I'm 6'9". No, I'm 6'2". How about 6'2"?
We tell
I
the
was going to
truth.
say 6'1".
You're
6'2"?
6'2"?
I would have guessed 6'1" and a half.
I'm about
That's what would've been my
6'2".
guess. There you go.
What are you really?
6'2". Get out a tape measure.
We got a bunch of them in here because Joe just obsessively measures his dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You knew what I was going to say before I said it, you fucker. I love your special. First of all, you're a guy. Okay. You know when you're a freshman in high school, you kind of know who all the juniors and seniors are.
Yeah,
But when you're a senior, you don't know who any of the sophomores and freshmen are.
right.
So you fall into that sophomore freshman category because you're about 15 years behind me stand-up wise.
Sure.
So researching you was the most wonderful rabbit hole I could have gone. I DM'd
thank
you
you.
this. Like, bro, you're fucking brilliant.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
like-
Appreciate it.
I've been talking about him for a week.
You have.
Like this fucking guy, the bits you have, bits after bits, and like every bit is researched and layered and funny, and there's trap doors in case you get in trouble, but then you circle back. What I'm saying is, there are so many comedians I've never fucking heard of that you're friends with.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm so touched by this. This is wonderful. I appreciate it. Well, I've known you for many, many years.
Well, yeah, I'm a big shot. You should.
Yeah, big deal.
I'm a real big deal.
I used to have the Comics Come Home CD. You had a whole bit on that. Remember that
that's
CD?
right.
That was
Yeah.
like very old. Not very old, but probably 2000 or something like that.
That was the genesis of the Christopher Walken story, I believe.
I know the bit I remember is the Olympics and Homeless Olympics and you live in Windsor, get to Michigan. USA,
Yeah.
and you had USA, motherfucker, and then you cross it out.
Oh yeah,
That was a
the
bit about
checkpoint at the
TSA or something
border
like that,
when you
yeah.
when you go into Canada, you got to fill out your declaration card.
Yeah.
It's like citizenship, and I wrote USA, motherfucker. I crossed out motherfucker, but I knew it was there.
Yeah.
And they asked you like, are you bringing any weapons? Are you bringing any bombs? Are you bringing any drugs? You're like, no, no, no. Fourth question, last one. Will you be visiting a farm? I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't know. Like, what's on the farm? Yeah, memory lane. I was watching you on the Luis Gomez podcast, and that's what really got. Like, I know Bobby Kelly. We came up together.
Sure.
But pretty much everybody on that dais, I was like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Basically, there's a lot of comedians out there. I'm ignorant.
Well, what's crazy, Jay, is we're not even young guys.
I
We're
know.
like 20 years in. Then
Yeah,
there's
but
like
you're
young
actual
guys.
comedians. Like,
Yes.
you're not YouTubers or a chick talking about how much she loves pineapple.
But there's a couple young people that are real comics, right? A few.
They're out there.
Yeah.
Joe would know him because he's, what are you, about 6 months in now?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, that's more hurtful than me being 6 feet.
I loved your joke. Zach at the roast, Zach shits in his bed because his career is in the toilet.
I don't even remember that one.
Oh, you were fucking
Oh,
vicious.
thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Kim Congdon or King Kong, you chubby climber.
That was a good one. I was very happy with that one.
That was.
And I feel bad. I love Kim. I don't even think she's a climber. It just worked as a joke.
I was going to say comedian.
I feel terrible doing these roasts because it's fun to be vicious, but then afterwards you're like, I don't mean any of this. I'm sorry. I hate myself.
Yeah, but you mean it a little.
That one I don't mean. I don't know her to be a climber. Now
don't
we're
know.
just
I've never
off on
seen
the
her.
topic of.
I've never seen her do stand-up.
I think she's a wonderful lady, and I feel terrible. But there was a fun one. By the way, the best joke in there I didn't write. My friend Ronan Hirschberg, I got to give him credit, was Big J Okerson is Jewish. He doesn't look Jewish. The only thing Jewish about him is he chains his wallet to his pants.
Yeah.
And that killed the most, and that was my friend Ronan Hirschberg, who happens to be Jewish, Ronan Hirschberg.
Happens to be.
Yeah.
Jewish parents, just fucking roll the dice. I loved in the comments of that roast, it said, I love the Jewish chain wallet joke. Unless Ronan wrote it, then meh. Like just some rando put that in the comment. Your comments are fucking hilarious on your special.
Oh, are they? Are they good?
It's all about like making out with your dad and fucking I went and took a shit and now my dad's gay.
Well, that's because there's a great line from the television program Seinfeld. You guys are familiar with this show. Got canceled a while ago, but there's a great line where
he's on the list, Seinfeld.
They're trying to convince that they're not gay.
German's lists.
Joe's list.
And George says, "My father's gay," and I think it's the greatest line in the history of television. So I just say that a lot. Like if I have an empty space in my head, I say, "My father's gay." So now every comment is, your father's not straight, gay, father, gay. And so then random
brilliant.
people will come across it and be like, what's going on with this guy's father? And
I love the special. I watched it last night and I made my wife come, like I would keep pausing it at bits and I'm like, listen, just watch this bit. Watch this bit.
I'm so touched. I can't tell you. I need this.
Buddy, you are a real one, dude.
Thank you.
You are great. I mean, you're at the Irvine Improv. This will air after you're there.
Perfect.
But you're at the same place they do drag brunch. So I can't get booked there, but at least trannies have a place to go every week.
I don't wish to
Bringing
engage in
trannies back. I love it.
Tranny, what is it called? Transgender? I'm a dinosaur. I can say things like that.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
See that colored guy out there?
Yikes. Can I go get my car?
Sure.
I got to move it. That was yes-anding, the colored guy bit. Oh, boy. Well, I guess watch my stand-up. Take his word for it. Off the cuff, I'm bombing here.
No, you're not bombing.
Thank you.
You've just been on a long flight. 5
Yeah.
hours. No, coming here, it's like 6. It's crazy.
It's about 6 hours, and then I was telling you, I'm staying in West Hollywood, and it didn't make any sense to drive from the airport all the way to West Hollywood. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I had to pull over and kill a homeless man with my bare hands, and came straight
that was the
here.
workout?
Yeah.
That's your cross training? Homeless
Exactly.
murder?
Just beating the snot out of homeless
No
people.
gyms at the airport, so I just got to beat up homeless people.
I was so excited. He goes, there should be gyms. One of us said it. I was like so fired up, like, oh, we're creating bits off mic. He goes, I got a bit about that. I'm like,
Well, I don't have a bit about it. You're welcome to do a bit. I just say this all the time. I'm at the gym, and I'm like, I'm at the airport, and there should be a gym there. Because you have a long layover. I get there very early. Just give me a bike. I'll walk around, or whatever the fuck you call it.
You walk around on a bike?
On the seat. It's very impressive. You got to see it.
Like the Flintstones?
Get a bike in here.
And also LAX, and would you come in, JFK?
JFK to LAX.
Hotties at the airport. It's like when you get it to LAX, it's JFK's hotties and half like a lot of Spanish speaking, like a lot of Puerto Rican, a lot of Latinos. I'm always taken by how all of a sudden I'm just I forget because I haven't been in New York in so long. You land at JFK or Newark and it's like, pinchy way. Sorry. Puto soy chinga madre, cabrón. Me llaman abuelo, borracho mayor. But LAX, I'm like, they should just throw a disco ball up at the United Terminal. It's fucking popping.
Last time I flew here, a couple months ago, there was a woman next to me, a very hot woman, a young lady, probably, like early 20s. And I had a cup of tea, like a grande tea, and it had cooled down, but it was probably still a third full, and it got knocked over onto her and just covered her. And I was apologizing profusely, but I actually don't think it was my fault. Because I was asleep, and unless I had like a fucking thing like that, I was like sound asleep over here, but I think she knocked it over. She had a blanket. but it soaked her, and she had like hot girl LA pants that when they get wet, you could just see through them.
See the bike rack?
Yeah, and then she was standing up, and I felt bad because I just soaked this woman. She was covered in my tea. I feel like an asshole.
She's covered in my tea.
But I'm also, I also could see her rear
Got that
end because she's just
majesty.
wet, and she has like, is there more blankets? Like, we don't have any more blankets. I gave her my blanket, and then we just had to fly for 4.5 hours, like next to each other. But you tell me how you feel about this. I'd like to get everyone's feelings on this. I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, wonderful television program, and about 40 minutes into the flight, she turns it on. And I have a couple friends that say that is her, accepting my apology, and maybe she wanted to
Flirting?
blow me.
Want you to finger blast her
You
on the
were
phone.
watching Curb, and she joined you in watching Curb.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
women. Here's the thing: women do not watch Curb on their own. My wife does. Does Charlotte?
No.
Does your wife? What's your name again? I drew a fucking blank.
Kyle. That there's Kyle.
Kyle. Women don't watch Curb, Seinfeld. Like they revolts them.
Unless they want to fuck the guy next to
Yeah.
her who spilled hot tea
Who's
on their pants.
6'3.5".
At minimum.
Minimum.
190, folks.
Are you 190?
That's right. I just weighed myself at the gym in the airport. I weigh 190 pounds.
Yeah, there's like nail massage parlors. You can get a massage at the airport.
Why can I get a massage, but I can't work out?
You can buy a suit.
You can buy or luggage.
That's the tell bit that we
Yes.
all fucking wrote in high school and forgot about, and then he just fucking blew the dust off it one day. How late are you? Fuck it, grab a bag. We're going to the airport.
How about Regan had the joke about when you see pilots, they're always like buttoned up, dressed nice with a briefcase. It's got to be that way. You don't want to see a pilot in pajamas with a trash bag with coat hangers sticking out of it. He goes, I can never read these things. Trash bag with coat hangers sticking out of it. That's funny.
Why do pilots wear hats?
I don't know.
That's kind of weird, right?
You
Like
think
they're
they'll
on
get
a,
blown off when they take off.
like they're on a team. Like, I can't let you fly.
I feel like at some point they were all from the Navy. And then
Yeah,
they're like-
for sure.
And then they're like, we're going to keep this going.
I think that's a good hypothesis.
You
I
ever
think
get-
it's just part of the uniform. Cops wear hats.
Yeah. Keep
If you
the
want
sun-
respect, you're going to have a hat on.
You got to have
Yeah,
a
but
hat.
every douchebag out there is wearing a hat. How about when you're in the front row of your show, a guy's wearing shorts, flip-flops, hat backwards, you're like, thanks for dressing up. Like, can you imagine going to a show with your wife and just dressing like that?
I mean, I am wearing
Yeah, but you can't
reddish
get-
sweatpants that I worked out in
Reddish.
5 minutes ago.
Cam Reddish sweatpants.
Brand new. And also I had a piss stain on my right by my dick hole for a while, and it wasn't going away. And I was like, I'm just going to have to embrace this. But it seems to have faded for the moment.
Speaking of the wild comments, I wore red-ish pants on this show. 2 different pairs of red pants twice. And some guy has lost it every episode in the comments. He's like, we're the red pants today, faggot. Like every episode.
Whoa.
Loves the red pants.
I don't think you can say that anymore. Pants.
We'll take it out in post. Randy?
That was a quote from
Randy.
the YouTube comments.
He can say it? F?
I guess so.
I said it on a
You put the
Netflix special
ampersand in the
quoting
A.
it back in 2017, but I think now it would be a little more tricky.
I had an assistant once who had twin gay brothers. They're both gay. And I said it once about something else, and it really hurt her. She like near tear, and she wasn't like an hysteric, like a dopey broad. Like that really, like I could tell it like affected her on a cellular level,
Yeah.
like growing up with 2 gay older brothers and watching them. And I think that, no, I don't know why I said I think. That capped it for me. Like, all right, I'm done with that word.
Right.
Homo, give me a break. I said it on a Zoom meeting once, not for business, for a program that we may know. And this guy came up to me at a meeting like
Oh, the meeting is
2
funny.
weeks ago. Oh, so this guy says, yeah, I'm fired up. I'm so-and-so. I'm an alcoholic. And this is great. My life's great. I'm in London. I'm with my family on holiday. And then I was and the guy's like very well-known musician maybe. And I go, oh, I love taking down the sacred. I'm still trying to get over so-and-so saying he's on holiday. Ugh, what a homo. And this guy was on the meeting, he's a gay guy who I love. And then he came up to me like 10 days later at a meeting and goes, how can I respect you if you say that? And I got really like upset
Oh,
with
geez.
myself. And I was like, I'll do better. I'll make it up to you. And I'm sorry. because you can't have a newcomer leaving the room, blah blah blah. And then that night, I'm getting my hair cut by a guy with like 30 years sobriety, and I told him the story, and I really felt bad about it. And he goes, "Yeah, tell that guy to fucking relax." Was his response.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think somewhere in between the two is probably
Once again, Joe, you're the voice of reason in this topsy-turvy world.
the middle path.
Yeah.
That's what the Buddhists talk about.
What do they know? Except how to sit fucking Indian style and eat.
It's crisscross applesauce.
We can't say Indian style anymore.
No.
God damn it.
Jay's sitting Indian style in his master bedroom a lot.
My master bedroom, Indian style, and we're going to leave it at that. I love how you open your special, Joe. You just walk out and go, who here is dumb? What a great,
thanks.
What a
Well,
great.
it's so hard saying something first.
It's
I
the
think,
worst.
I think Louis did a bit about it. It's just so difficult. You walk out there and then now you're talking. It's the worst feeling in the world.
The most uncomfortable I am in life is the first 90 seconds on stage.
Yeah, it's
every
horrible.
single time.
It's horrible. Because I always say, are you guys mad at me? I feel bad. Sorry. I'm a good person. That's like my opening line every show I've ever done. Because they clap and then they stop and they're just looking at you.
I always go, let's get this out of the way. You guys don't look the same either. They're like, But I hate saying that.
But don't you think, I feel like a movie, when you watch a movie, this is my new theory I've been working on. The first 10 minutes of every movie
Hold
is
on.
fucking
We should
awesome.
record, right? We going? All right, go ahead.
The first 10 minutes of every movie is awesome. Every movie ever. The credit comes on, fucking it's black, it's screen, directed by a guy. Whoa. And then, there's like footsteps happening.
Explosion.
A guy
car
opens the
chase.
car.
Whoa, surprise.
You're like, this is fucking this is going to be great.
Yeah.
But comedy, it's the reverse. The first minute of every special is just fucking horrible.
Well, I think movies have the crutch of awesome music. If I could come on stage to Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap playing under everything I said.
Yeah, that's not bad. Is that your go-to entrance song?
No, I usually do Bitch by the Rolling Stones
A great song.
or Can't You Hear Me Knocking. And if I'm feeling a bit grimy, I'll go with Sway off Sticky,
All the same records.
Sticky Fingers.
Yeah. I once posted Sticky Fingers is better than any Beatles album, and it's not even the Stones' best album. And people got real upset. People do not fuck around with the Beatles.
You've never worked the Stress Factory ever again.
I mean, people really people were like, you fucking piece of shit.
I thought you were a huge Beatles guy.
I'm a big Beatles guy. I prefer the Stones, but I love the Beatles.
You'll come around. Because I was that way for a long time.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
When people say Beatles or Stones, it's a less intelligent question than you think it is. Because the Beatles were first; they had nobody to copy. They copied it first.
Of course they copied.
Who?
The black people.
No.
What are you talking about?
Happiness is a warm gum. Well, the B side, Happiness is a warm gum, is definitely copied from Howlin' Wolf.
Choo choo. I should have said bang bang choo choo. See if I could do it over again. I would have said bang bang choo choo.
Happiness is a warm gum.
Choo bang bang.
Fucked it up twice.
Choo choo. Cut that. Come on, cut that little second where I fucked it up.
Am I gonna get flagged on TikTok for unoriginal content?
I think you're okay.
They owe me like 15 grand. Every time it's time for them to pay me, they take everything down and say it's unoriginal content.
What movie is this? You owe me 15 grand, pal.
I don't know.
Sting. It might not be 15 grand though. Fuck. As I said it, I'm like, that seems like a lot of money for 1930.
You Lamox.
It's something like that. Look it up. Can we get a reading on that?
Sticky Fingers is the most extraordinary album.
So we agree.
Yeah. But Abbey Road is just ridiculous.
But don't you find, I love the Beatles. This is a tough, I got us in a weird spot here. Because there's
No,
nothing
it's a
worse.
great spot.
There's nothing worse than trying to argue one thing better than the other because it feels like you're shitting on the other thing.
I just don't think it's subjective. Like I've come all the way over to it's not even subjective. Like the Beatles, you take the White Album, there's 5-6 genres of music on one album.
But what do you think about Billy Joel saying this? And I kind of agree. It's like there's a lot of like incomplete thoughts on there. One of the tracks is
there
like
is.
number 9.
Yeah.
But the Stones are like eating out slaves. They're like, just like a black girl should. And then the Beatles are like, I'd like to live with an octopus.
Well, that's your guy.
You know what I mean? There's just there's more balls and stank and the
like to
horns.
live with an
And
octopus.
the Rolling Stones also are playing country music. They're playing
What
blues.
we all need.
Yes.
Someone we can lean on.
And cream on. You never hear McCartney creaming on anybody. It's dirty and fucking nasty.
Hey, man, you're preaching to the converted. I love the Stones.
I love the Beatles. Let's kiss. It's settled.
Here's a great Paul McCartney story.
Is this too much, you think?
No, nobody's watching this. Wouldn't he be like one of those your dickhole pee stain? By the way, in case you're wondering
I'm
how
doing
many
this.
times you can pee into a Venti Starbucks cup before the bottom gives out, it's 4.
Whoa.
I learned that the hard way. I was actually on my way to mediation with my first ex-wife, a re-mediation.
Okay.
And I was driving there from my radio show, and I'm in traffic, Wilshire, because every fucking lawyer's got to be in the middle of a parking lot of traffic, and I'm pissing, and then I threw it out the window, and I pissed. Fourth time, I'm in the structure of the lawyer mediator's building, and I piss, and the bottom goes out. So I had to walk into mediation with piss pants. Like, what's more symbolic?
There's no men's wear? You couldn't pull over? You couldn't...
In L.A., where are you going to pull over? On
Were you
Wilshire?
going to say there's no men's warehouse?
No, I mean, men's room, anything?
You're a New York guy.
Yeah.
You're going to pull over and take a piss at the fucking federal building on Wilshire? It takes you a
guess.
half hour to get out of your car.
Right.
With one leg, with crutches.
Yeah, I guess you're
So
right.
here's a great Paul McCartney story. My second ex-wife had the same bodyguard as Paul McCartney, Madonna. This guy was... Did I tell this before?
I think so.
Oh,
That's okay.
Brandy says no. So they're at the Tokyo. This is the first black detective in L.A. His name is Clayton Tave, and he's just a cool old school brother. And he's with Paul at the Tokyo Dome, and at sound check, he's telling the Japanese officials, all of those doors in the back have to be open and pinned open. They cannot be able to close for safety. And then something down here by this end of the stage, this has to be this way or else. And they're like, yeah. So they don't do any of it. So at 7 p.m., he goes to pick Paul McCartney up at the Four Seasons. This is told to me by the actual guy. But the Four Seasons Tokyo, he goes to pick up Paul. He knocks on the door. Oh, I did tell it with Kelly. He knocks on the door, and Paul McCartney, denim jacket, jeans, Chuck Taylor's, Beatles T-shirt, guitar over his shoulder. And he opens the door, and he goes, "No show tonight, champ." And Paul McCartney goes, "All right, then." And goes back into the hotel room. Doesn't even ask why. Like, what's cool? That's a level of zen that only Rick Rubin and Paul McCartney are like, all right, then.
That's unbelievable.
The Tokyo Dome? I'm like, what do you mean there's no second show Friday at the fucking Windsor Palace in Grand Rapids?
I mean, maybe, because by the way, I'm here in LA for a night. I was supposed to do a spot at the Improv, and they texted me, and there was like, there's a gas leak, and it's the best news of my life.
Oh, that old
Best news of my
I was like, this is great, because I had a 10 o'clock spot. Because you know when you're hungry, you're like, I'm going to LA, I
do
gotta
it
make
all
some
done, yeah.
moves. Let me do a spot. I don't want to be one of these. I can't. I gotta fucking work. And then I have a 2-year-old son. I'm like, that's 1 a.m. my time. I go to bed at 9 o'clock in New York, and I'm going, fuck. And then they go, there's a gas leak. And I backflipped all the way here. I pissed in my pants a little.
I thought you were saying it's the best news you ever heard because if all those comics die from that gas leak, you go up 11 spots on the comedy hierarchy.
I can close Thursday.
Yeah.
No, but maybe Paul McCartney, he's tired of doing the
One
thing.
giant earthquake, you're the number 1 comedian in the United States living in Queens?
No, I moved to Manhattan.
Yeah, I was like, what are you, Chinese?
Folks.
It's like 50% Chinese, I believe.
I don't know the numbers, but something like that sounds right.
Let's go to a clip. Who here is
Oh.
dumb is how you open the special. Tell me ways you're reminded you're dumb.
Oh, God. All the time I feel dumb. Well, people are mad at me right now because I said Canada wasn't involved in World War II, which evidently
I made that mistake once.
They had
Holy
a big
shit.
hand in World War II.
Oh, they
Evidently,
single-handedly
they just
took
knocked out the axis of evil.
I said that at the Orlando Improv, 1992, before you were born.
I was 10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 82. And I said that, and this guy in the front row, I was like, you guys made nice sandwiches, like some hacky thing about
Yeah.
Canada. And he's like, and he apparently was the son, he was like a special forces guy in Canada. And I did my I learned my history, and they were fucking savages. They took one of those beaches solo.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my
Did not know that.
dumbness, I'm not
Really?
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, the
I
Canadians-
failed one class in my life. It was Intro to Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you go to high school? Fame?
No, that was in college. It was in college. They were like, it's 1 day a week.
How do you fail 1 day a week?
Right. So I just assumed, this is Canada. The history of Canada has got to be pretty much the same as the history of the United States.
Oh,
I know
no.
that. I'll skip one class. I failed the midterm, and then I failed the final. The guy's like, you don't know shit about Canada. And now I
You're
fucking
supposed to
hate
teach
Canada.
me, fuckface.
I studied Canada, and I got an A. Folks.
Oh, get the fuck out of my
Thank you,
house.
folks.
Get out of my home.
Randy loves it.
Randy's drunk. Here's how I know I'm dumb. If I take my glasses off while we're talking, I forget what I'm saying. That's happened to me often. I'll be like, yeah, you're going to have to take it from here. I don't. Like the change in scenery.
Right.
How about you ever look for your phone while you're on it?
I have done that. I've looked for AirPods recently while they're in my ear, obviously, and I'm listening to stuff. I had
While you're listening to stuff.
yeah, like I'm literally looking
In
around.
the white room, where the fuck are my AirPods? With my girlins.
I'm trying to think of something nice and juicy, dumb that I've done recently. But
Pop in later if you've.
yeah, I'll
comes up
just cut to me. It'll just cut to
Yeah,
me
just
like
go, "Oh, I
my
just
phone in my
remembered."
hotel. I just jerked off with soap instead of moisturizer.
Have you ever been caught jerking off?
No. Not
seem
really.
disappointed.
No, I'm trying to think. Well, that was an old joke of mine. The closest I've come to having a threesome, I was jerking off and both my parents walked in on me.
That's so hot.
That's a fun one, right?
Yeah.
Folks. No, never been caught jerking off. I'm pretty good about it. I really get I'm under the couch. I got a sheet over me. The door's locked.
Dressed like Charlie Brown's Halloween costume. A fucking sheet with lots of holes.
Yeah, I don't think I've been caught jerking off.
So you're married to a comedian.
Yes.
So
Roseanne.
Rich.
Rich Voss, yes.
Joe List, Rich Voss, Chad Daniels.
Yes.
Whose wife is the funniest?
The
Rank
funniest?
them. And then fuck, marry, kill.
Kill my wife. No, I mean, they're all very funny women in their own right, of course.
Who's Rich Ross married to?
Bonnie McFarlane, who's
Okay,
hilarious.
Right.
And did Chad get married?
Oh, no, he's not married. You're right.
Yeah. So she's out.
Kelsey.
Kelsey Cook,
Yeah.
who's also very
Which I
funny.
believe is Dane Cook's wife's name, too.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
breaking news? Are Chad and Dane married to the same woman?
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be a good fight.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Chad is a very tough man.
Yeah.
Dane Cook is Bruce Wayne.
Is he? I don't know Dane personally.
Just on size alone, I'm going Minnesota, Chad Daniels.
Chad
You guys
is,
haven't seen Dane in a minute. And Dane's the guy, he's like Iron Man, like he's a superhero.
But is he a fighty guy? I mean, Chad is like in the woods in Minnesota, hockey player, fucking.
Yeah, but Dane's like up. I don't know. I think it's closer than you guys are letting on. But let's go back to the Beatles real quick.
all right. This is always a bummer too for these guys. Now Dane and Chad are just in their rooms, be like, "I'll fucking kill that guy." They don't even know each
No,
other.
they're both beauties. They've both been on the show.
The
Well, they're
winner
both
gets
wonderful
Kelsey
people,
Cook.
but you put these
The
people in a
winner
weird
gets
spot.
Kelsey Cook is great. I want to make sure Joe gets a little credit or he cries.
That's good. Anyways, no, my wife's the funniest. She's the funniest woman that I know. No, she's hilarious. I think she's funnier than both of them.
That's fair. Were you asked to go to the Riyadh Comedy Festival?
I was not.
I wasn't either.
No,
But I was never asked to go to Montreal either.
I wasn't. It's the guy from Montreal is now the Riyadh.
No,
guy.
it's not.
Yeah,
Jeff,
not Jeff Singer and not Robbie Prava, another guy.
the third string.
Yeah, the other. I don't know who.
Are you being for real? The Just for Laughs Festival guy books the Saudi
The
Arabia.
old Just for Laughs guy, I think. I believe
the
he
guy
used
who
work
used
there.
to own the Just for That, like Bruce, whatever.
Oh,
I
Bruce
think.
Hills.
I
Yeah.
think so, something like that.
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
Balls to Picasso. That was one of his albums.
We have to talk about your Picasso bit, but I also want to get into
Please.
this Riyadh Comedy Festival.
I was not asked, but I'm not so upset about it. People are very upset, and I think, first of all, I think a lot of the people that are like, right, you fucking motherless fucks, I think won't think about it 3 days from now. 5 days
not.
from
They
now.
don't remember, like, you could commit murder. They don't. It's a news cycle.
Yeah, I think they won't be upset. And I decided long ago, never. How far should we go?
I don't have to pay for it.
I don't think that. I
All
don't
my
judge.
money's tied up in that light. So, you don't understand. Right before you came in, that light blew out 3 times.
Oh no.
Sorry, you could have gone your whole life without knowing that.
Sure. The light blew out. Your knee blew out, folks.
How about if I was asked to do stand-up in Moscow for Putin? Sure. Yeah, but what about? I don't give a fuck. North Korea, I'm in. Cuba, you got it. I don't give. I'm a fucking comedian, and if it's the Riyadh Comedy Festival,
You won't even go to fuck. You won't even get
Well, I
on a
don't
plane
fly.
to go to fucking Vegas.
yeah, I won't fly anymore.
Really?
I got one more date, October 4th, and then I'm out.
You won't even do the Comedy Works in Denver. You're like, now I'm going to fucking North Korea.
I'm just saying, if I could, well,
If Cowboy Dan could drive you.
That's my sponsor. The North Koreans will probably get propofol and mail it to me, a poison pill. But like Saudi Arabia, like, oh, their human rights record, like,
I don't know if
yeah,
anybody knows about our human rights record.
yeah, we had slavery.
Yeah. I mean, I
Those
guess.
Saudis know how to party. Have you ever seen the reels on Instagram? They're always with a midget. They're always in the desert. They're always like doing pranks, shoving a pie in somebody's face, or the fake rattlesnake prank in the middle of nowhere. And they always got a little guy in the little turb.
I think we have very different algorithms.
They love
for sure.
comedy.
They love always shoving a grenade in somebody's face. Ha!
I'm all baseball and movies, but that sounds fun.
Oh, they're fucking
Jesus, that
wacky.
scared the shit out of me. Was that a
Did you let
dog?
her in? Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Oh my Christ!
That's Ellie
that
Mae.
scared
This
me.
is her studio. She's going to come in and scratch around.
Oh,
yeah, but also as an adult, to be able to say to people, well, when I was in Saudi Arabia last year with my friends. Come here, Ellie.
Look at that dog.
She's a cutie pie.
That's a
Come
real
here.
dog.
She's going to, yeah, to be able to go like, well, I was in Saudi Arabia last year with my friends. And then you throw in $250,000 on top of it, like, go fuck yourself. I have a right. Everyone has a right to live their life.
Right.
So, but I do also see Mark Maron's point saying, from the people that brought you 9/11.
Right.
Like, that's a brilliant point. And David Cross saying, you guys can no longer complain about cancel culture ever again.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the two are tied together. Everybody needs to fucking shut up and do your jobs.
Everyone's got some
Bill
great,
Belichick told me that.
some great points. He's good. Everyone has great points. Greg Proops, he had the best tweet. Did you see his tweet?
No, I love Greg.
He said, I just got back from the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and boy, are my arms chopped off.
Proof says the actual smartest man in the world.
I don't know him at all, but that tweet is, that's gold.
He's got a podcast, come here, like, the smartest man in the world, and he goes to other places like Christchurch, New Zealand, and he's in front of a live audience, and he just tells them about their city.
Oh, wow.
And it's fascinating.
No kidding.
Let's get back to me and you. Forget these
Please.
hamburgers.
But yeah, I didn't get offered. I wouldn't go if I was asked, but also
You would not go?
Well,
What'd you say?
that's what I'm saying for the camera. But I also, I have a 2-year-old son. I live in a very
Would you
expensive
go-
city. AI's coming. If somebody offered me $250,000, I think I would blow the
100
Saudi prince.
Yeah, why not? If there was a casting couch, I would have been on it.
Sure.
People always like, hey, you hear the guy had to suck David Geffen's dick to get on The Matrix. I'm like, I wasn't even asked.
Yeah, I'd be
I
happy
would have done
to.
it well.
I'm getting older. I want to act. I would blow anybody. I'd blow all 3 of you guys just for a
Well-
walk-on extra spot on Law and Order for free.
Dunk dunk. Picasso. Do you feel like this Picasso bit is your? It's to me, it's like Gary Goldman's abbreviating the states.
Yeah.
It's just something I'll show any visitor to my home.
Oh, thank you, boy.
And the thank you for Gary Goldman's bit.
Thank you for loving Gary Coleman's bit.
The Picasso bit is so. I don't know how to. It's so well researched. The concept is so simple. I thought he died in 1972. I thought he died. What's the year? 1350.
I can't remember. 1380, I think. I haven't told the joke in a
1380.
while, but yeah, something
Oh,
like
when you said Picasso watched 6 Super Bowls, I lost my mind.
that. Oh, thank you. Thanks very
Great
much.
bit.
Bring it back with these tags. Picasso watched the Flip Wilson show.
I had
He
like
hated
a whole.
he hated Geraldine because he was a misogynist. You said. You don't know Geraldine?
No, I don't really know the
Flip
Wilson
Wilson
show.
was a black comedian.
I mean, I
and
know who he is.
Oh, okay. But he used to dress up like a woman, Geraldine,
Oh, right,
and
right,
she
right,
became more popular than Flip Wilson, and he refused to do it anymore. He goes, because that bitch ain't gonna be more popular than Flip Wilson. And then the show got canceled because he wouldn't dress up like a woman. Picasso saw the movie Willard.
I had a few more of I had like 12. At one point, I would do like 9 of them
I
in a
would
row.
do it all night.
I did a
Doing
bunch
the
of
check
them.
spot.
I'm trying to remember the other ones I had. Oh, he's familiar with the ad campaign "Plop Plop Fizz Fizz." Oh, what a relief it is. There was a few that I did for a while, and then what's crazy is the bit.
Picasso was at Woodstock.
I think I did that one.
Really?
Yeah, he could have played Woodstock.
Picasso watched the Flintstones.
Never did that one. This is the second Flintstones reference.
Oh yeah, walking your bicycle.
Yeah.
Walking a bike at the gym.
Do you ever think about how crazy it is? The Flintstones was on like prime time. People would sit down at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night and watch Flintstones on ABC.
Yeah, that always gets me. And what gets me is that there's a laugh track on a cartoon.
Yeah,
Like,
funny.
like I'm supposed to think there's a studio audience.
They're just flipping.
Also, what gets me is the Muppet Show predates Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live copied the format of the Muppet Show.
Wow.
Host, opening sketch, another sketch, musical act, news, good nights.
No kidding.
You don't know the Muppet Show? You ever heard of the Muppets?
I know the Muppets. Jim Henson.
I love your Women Had It Hard.
Well, before you go to that, we have your Picasso game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go.
I'm nervous.
Break it down, Joe. Joe Prano.
Two truths and a lie for both of your guys' birth years. The idea was that you didn't know Picasso's year. So here we go.
Okay.
Ready? Should we start with you, Jay, since you're older?
Oh, rub it in.
1970. 2 of these are true. 1 is a lie. In 1970, Tupperware was introduced, changing food storage forever. In 1970, legendary football coach Vince Lombardi died. And in 1970, the first ever Earth Day was celebrated.
Vince Lombardi's a lie.
Yeah, that's no way.
How
He
dare
died.
you try to squeeze that past us?
He died.
Vince
later
Lombardi
than that.
indeed died in 1970.
I know. I was trying to throw you off the scent.
I only know him from his rest area where I used to see Rich Voss and Jim
Oh,
Morton.
yeah, that's right.
Fucking
He was
blowjob tricks.
57. He was 57 when he died, and he died like 5 years after winning the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Killed him.
Tupperware was invented in 1946, which is fascinating to me.
Why?
I don't know, like 46. I feel like they all had ice boxes.
Yeah,
and shit.
tin-
Like,
What do you think we did in World War II? We brought
Yeah.
back plastic.
I just like imagine people like put that salmon in the ice box. See, put it in the Tupperware first, or like.
Have you called the ice guy? Here I am. No, the ice guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll show myself out. You big-titted animal.
That Dice Clay bit. I mean, I've watched that story of him doing the clean material.
What about the bikes?
I mean, I said there was like 2 weeks straight where all I could say was, "What about the bikes?" I played it for everybody.
That makes me so happy.
I mean, I could not stop watching it.
I've had a couple Ian reached out to me and he's like, I'm in a hotel room in the middle of fucking nowhere and I'm just cackling out loud.
It's an
man,
all-timer.
Thank you, buddy. What about the bikes?
I've had people just text me that randomly. I just get all caps. What about the bikes?
I went to a meeting like 2 weeks. Well, I go all the time, but 2 weeks after that, I walk into 26 and Broadway, and this guy all the way goes, "What about the bikes?" And everybody's own personal Dice impression is always hilarious because they're god awful. They always make them deaf. Even Will Sasso was like, "What about the bikes?" Sounds like Lou Ferrigno. Did you know he was deaf?
No, I did not.
But you laughed anyway. You
No,
knew-
I'm laughing at your laughter.
All right, 82. Come on,
All right.
showstopper.
All right, if I don't get this right, I do the rest of the show with no shirt on.
In 1982, Canada became fully independent from Britain.
No, he won't know the answer. He failed fucking Intro to Canada.
82?
In 1982, in 1982, the first email was sent.
What?
And in 1982, Seinfeld made his Tonight Show debut.
Seinfeld premiered in 1982.
Okay, well, Seinfeld, I think he did the Tonight Show in 81, if I'm not mistaken. But also, Canada was under British rule in 1980?
Well, they still have the Queen on their money.
That's true.
That Hanna-Barbera money.
Loonies and Toonies. What was the second one there? Email.
The first email was sent.
Electronic mail. This isn't like a trick
All right,
question.
let's not make the podcast a 4-hour fucking rogathon.
Well, I'm thinking.
This was your idea.
Yeah, let me
Yeah, I didn't know it was
think.
going to stink.
I think this is good because people at home are yelling. They're engaged. This is called engagement. I think Seinfeld premiered in '81. That's a lie.
His stand-up, not the show.
On the Tonight Show.
On the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Jay, you got a guess?
No.
Okay.
He didn't guess mine, did you? He stayed in his lane. You didn't guess the 1970.
I thought the Lombardi. I mean, on
Oh, we
camera.
both thought
I went,
Lombardi.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I saw him on the sidelines in like 81.
Yeah, no, he coached the '85
Washington
Bears.
Generals.
He was a
He coached Herschel Walker on the New Jersey Generals.
According to the internet,
85 Bears, I
Seinfeld made
talked
his Tonight Show debut in 1982. Canada became fully independent from Britain in 1982.
That's fucking
So you're saying
wild.
there was no email in 1982?
In
what you're trying to tell
1982,
me?
the first email was sent in 1971.
Whoa! Well, kiss me on the asshole and call it a love story because I
Anytime
did
you want
not
to take that shirt off,
know any
Joe.
of that. Oh, I'll leave it
We'll cut
on.
that out.
I, like you, have panic disorder.
Yeah, I'm a fucking mess. I mean, I haven't had a panic attack in a long time. I'm, in remission now.
Just
But
give it time. It'll come back.
I think you're just going to stare at me until I panicked.
I had it bad. I had it on Saturday Night Live, and my psychopharmacologist, Sarah Silverman, hooked me up with her doctor, saved my life, and she put me on Klonopin. And then when I got sober, they just take everything away. Like,
Right.
no questions asked. You go to rehab, they're like, nope, it's all ours. It's all locked up with us now.
Oh, boy.
And then when you're in rehab, you go on day trips, and you're in a van with 14 fucking addicts on the way to do paddle boats. And of course, it's an hour and a half away. And it was kind of like a desensitization exercise. And I went, And then I started flying, and it was the first time flying without Klonopin when I got sober and started doing stand-up again, or doing it the right way again. And I was like, oh, this is bondage of self, third step prayer. Like, this is all just me focusing on what might happen to me, because it's where you might have a panic attack.
Right.
Is the whammy. And then I prayed and meditated that shit out, got my higher power, and I had like 3 years of sorry. It came back over the last like year,
Oh, no.
where I'd be on planes going, uh-oh. So I was like, I can't tour anymore.
I think
I
you
don't
can
want
tour.
to, for starters.
Uh,
But the idea of getting on a plane, like my wife and other like Lakers players, coaches, we were all getting on a private jet to go to Vegas to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. And I was like, it was fucking great. 2 days out, I'm like, can't go. Haven't slept in a week thinking about this fucking 40-minute flight.
why? What are you afraid of? You afraid of
Being enclosed.
Really?
They don't crash. I don't give a fuck. I like taking off. I like landing. It's just sitting there. You know when you're in the MRI tube and they go, if you need to come out, just hit that button and it'll spit you out of the MRI
Right.
tube. There isn't that on the plane. And I go to trauma therapy and I go, well, on the MRI tube, I'm fine in there. I just take a nap with those stupid headphones on, the noises it makes, because I have the button in my hand. And everything the trauma therapist is doing is trying to convince me of an imaginary button.
Right.
Because no matter what happens, I can't get out of this plane. It's a lack of control.
Well,
I'll
this
take
is
your-
above my pay grade.
I'll take your
certainly.
thoughts off the
Are-
air.
When somebody
Well, I'm interested. I mean, but what is it? What is it about being enclosed?
I don't like that I can't.
scares
Like,
you?
I don't know. I'm getting to it. It's something tied to when I was a kid, obviously,
Right.
and the trauma. Okay, so I had the knee pain. I did no narcotics with my ACL and meniscus surgery. And then this, I don't think I would ever do that again. And the second night after the surgery, after the pain blocker they stitched into my leg wore off, holy fuck, I was on my crutches in my bedroom, like actually crying. And I was scared. Like it wasn't just pain. I was scared. And I had this weird thought of, oh, this is how I felt when I was 5 years old.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but there was a direct line from 55 to 5
Right.
ish. And I went, this is that feeling. So then trauma therapy became less about getting on the plane now being a symptom of whatever this other thing is.
Wow.
We'll be right back with Bonzo's fantasy picks after this. Whoop the Raiders.
when you're sober, are people not supposed to take anti-anxiety meds?
There's anything that affects me from the head, from the neck up. Like the idea is too, like if I could chew on, if I could take a like a Xanax or go back on Klonopin, that might be a different story. And then my sponsor goes, "Do you think at the end of the day, all of this is just to maybe get to that?" And I really examined that, and no, it's not that at all. I wish I could just.
Yeah, I think there's something like checking your intentions, right? Or your,
I mean, I did no narcotic surgery for a reason. I've loved pain pills so much, so
Right.
I'm really afraid of kickstarting that allergy
Yeah.
more. But then another guy I love, my buddy Steven, goes, "Well, you've either reached indifference or you haven't. You might as well give it a shot as far as the pain meds." Want to Zen?
No, thank you.
Jewish.
I don't.
So where'd yours happen? And people always ask, like, how do you do stand up with panic disorder?
Well, panic attack. Now I feel like the best when I'm on stage. But I had a panic attack on Conan. I did a Conan set, like having a panic attack. It was fucking horrible.
No.
It was awful. So I went through a couple periods when I was in my early 20s, like 22, 23, and I would have like very serious panic attack, like fucking on the ground, like that kind of.
Well, that's a seizure, but
Can't breathe. Yeah, I'd have to bite on a wooden spoon, and I wore a foam helmet around.
roll me on my side and bugger my butt.
No, but yeah, so it was really bad, and I started having them daily.
Yeah.
And then I would just, and I would start to think, oh, I haven't had a panic attack in a while, and that would bring on anxiety and panic.
Anticipatory dread. Where might I have this panic attack?
Yes, exactly. So any place where it felt like a bad place to have a panic attack is where I would have a panic attack. And then they came back years later. It was actually when I was engaged, about to get married. And then, of course, you start being like, oh, my God, am I marrying the wrong woman? This is crazy. And my therapist was like, no, it's just a traumatic or dramatic, whatever, life change. It's a massive life change.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like it's not
definitely
like it's
traumatic.
not the wrong woman. It's just a very serious thing. You're committing to something. for
TBD, but-
life, whatever. So it started coming back. I remember having one at a Jack Johnson concert. It was like literally like, I'll make you banana pancakes. And I'm like, we got to get out of here. I'm going to die. This is crazy. And
The mellowest place on earth.
yeah, I know. It was bad. So, and
Well, you
then,
said before, a bad place to have a panic attack. I was like, where's not a bad place to have a panic attack? Jack Johnson, though.
but like at home,
Seems
you're
like-
like, wow, if I shake, because it's embarrassing. It's like
Yeah.
humiliating. You can't breathe, and then you just feel like
That's your big symptom is can't catch your breath.
shaking, and then it would feel like I can't catch my breath and quite like dizzy. Like I would,
Yeah.
everything felt,
Mine is I have to shit.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a panic attack every morning. That's it.
That's what you call it.
No, I mean, I would have that. I mean, everything would rush down, and I would be like tunnel vision. I feel like I couldn't see anything, and nothing made sense, and I didn't want to talk to anybody.
And did therapy help this? Like, what do you attribute it being alleviated?
Therapy definitely helped a lot. And accepting your worst fear was like a big thing my therapist would say. And then it's funny because having the panic attack on Conan was actually quite helpful because it was literally my worst fear. And I got through it and nobody even noticed. The show went fine. To me, it was like the most unpleasant thing of my life. And I felt like it was awful. But I did the show and I kind of had this moment of like, well, I can't really have a worse time and space for a panic attack. And you kind of go, well, it doesn't kill you. And then for me, it's like...
That's the thing that helped me. My last one was my therapist, I remember from 94, no one's ever died from a panic attack.
Yeah, I have to remind myself of that. And then I got big into meditation and just noticing things and going, okay, well, these are all feelings I've had before. Because pins and needles was another big thing. My hands would go pins and needles, and feet or hand. I'd have a big pins and needles in my face. And I'd kind of remind myself of like, okay, that's just a feeling. That's that thing. I'm not actually dying.
Yeah, what else is arising? What do you feel?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing trauma therapy now with the blue ball going back and forth to screen, and I follow it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know the blue ball. I mean, I've had blue balls, but I didn't
Sometimes,
follow
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's just like you follow a blue ball left to right with your eyes. It gets both lobes of your brain going, and it's like, what came up? What came up? What came up? And it's like anything else in my life where there's great progress feels fucking stupid the first quarter of doing it.
Right.
You're sober how long? Or you
12 and a
relapsed
half
on the
years.
plane on the way here?
Almost 13 years. The end of December will be 13.
By the way, did you fly JetBlue?
Delta.
You had blankets on that flight with the T? Like, what flight are you on that there's blankets?
Yeah, Delta. They give you blankets.
Right. I haven't had a blanket unless it was JetBlue or Virgin.
No, Delta's got blankets.
Fucking
Beautiful
A.
blankets.
Ugly
Well, you got
uniforms,
beautiful
though.
blankets.
Beautiful. Some people say the best blankets in the air.
Yeah, good blankets.
They have the ugliest flight attendant uniforms, though, because they're like purple. It's kind of like Star Trek, but urban.
I only fly Delta, but any kind of uniform is very sexy to me.
Yeah, but the
Anything
American
with a zipper
those-
that's a little tiny little zipper, and you got to get in there and zip, 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 zip.
You only fly Delta, you said?
Yeah,
What if it's a city they're not a hub at?
they fly everywhere.
Yeah.
It's Delta.
Oh, they got planes, a lot of them.
Yeah, they go everywhere.
I'm so
It's diamond. I'm diamond, baby, folks,
Um,
ladies.
what was your bottom to get sober? How did you like? I told you off mic. This room that we're in now is where I had my intervention,
Yeah, that's wild.
and I learned that I was ruining everybody else's life too. What was? But I wouldn't have gone to treatment. I wouldn't have gone to rehab. I had no desire to stop. My only problem was drugs cost money.
Right.
And if I could just get the price lowered and figure out a big payday, everything would be fine.
Right. Yeah, my bottom was not as fun or exciting or cinematic, but I mean, I had like crazy low where I like shit in a girl's shoe and fell through a table in the same night and pissed on her rug. It was kind of a first date thing. I took a dump in her sneaker and
For fun.
yeah, it's just.
Did you do it to be funny?
I don't know. I don't remember. And also, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning.
So you were in a blackout, obviously.
Yeah. I was in a blackout. I think that I would, because I don't have that sense of humor of like, let's take a shit in a sneaker. I guess I kind of do, but I think I just thought I was shitting in a play. I was completely out of my fucking mind.
A shoe was it a sneaker or a shoe?
It was a shoe. It was like a high top ladies Nike.
That's a small receptacle.
That's
That's talent.
It was sticking out and broke off, and then I kind of traipsed it through the
like
whole
at the
house.
frozen yogurt shop and you overfill your cup.
It was everywhere. It was bad, and I know it was the
Was there
morning
a second date?
almost.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got low self-esteem.
Well, they were very young. They were like 22 years old. I always say if they were in their 40s, like I would have been shot. They would have just came and assassinated me. But they were like 20s, and they were like, that was crazy.
Joe's so crazy. Joe List is crazy. He shit in my shoe.
Well, and I sent them $300 and a birthday card that I wrote. I'm
Who's
sorry.
them? You dated two chicks at once?
No.
Conjoined
It
twins?
was they were roommates. And I was trying to hook up with one, and then I ended up
shit in the other
shitting in
one's
the
shoe.
other one's shoe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was quite receptive to my apology and everything. I wrote it was like a Facebook message, like,
I did
long
the
as that
roommate
declaration-
switch, Jerry. I shit in your shoe. The other one called.
it was bad, and then I got herpes and genital warts and all this crazy shit. But my
good old
actual
days.
bottom was my brother-in-law, who I love. His father had just died. It was like Christmas, 2012. And first of all, every single gift I got was alcohol. I got like nips and a handle of rum and a 6-pack. Like it was just, I got 0 things that weren't booze. So I was like, no, this is weird. It's like,
So
that's all we could think of.
All we could think of was get you a handle.
Yeah, and then my brother-in-law, his father had just died, and I forget what I was making some joke. I was like, "Yeah, because you're fucking dead," and he looked real sad, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't."
So did you quit on your own
No, so then I drank
cognizance? Am I smart?
dissonance. So this is where I'm dumb. Cognitive behavioral
You
therapy.
brought it back. God, you're a fucking beauty.
Thank you. But no, I quit. I mean, I had a lot of my now wife, then girlfriend, was sober in recovery, and I had close friends who all were. So I was always familiar with the world, and I had gone to meetings before years earlier. I tried to quit years earlier, and I have a fun story. I went directly from an AA meeting to Coyote Ugly, the bar.
Yeah.
And I ordered a Coke. This is a true story. The lady turned the music down and got on the phone. She goes, "We got a fucking faggot in the house." This is like 2006. You could just yell that. It might have been pussy. Make it pussy in post. My memory is the F word, but maybe it was pussy. Either way, whatever it was, they have a something in the house.
She really got on the mic and yelled
I
that out.
swear to God. And I was like, "Give me a beer, you fucking ah!" And then I did a shot and a beer and went back out for like 10 years. Not 10 years,
I wonder
but
how many
for
Coyote Uglies
like 5 years.
have like gotten people back on the wagon or
Well,
off the wagon.
It was also, it's like, I also wasn't ready to get, so I was literally like counting, I was like 8 days sober, and I was like, I'll pop into Coyote Ugly
Yeah.
I got a handle on this thing.
They say you were loitering with intent to recover.
Yeah, it wasn't great. So, anyways, and then.
But you knew it worked because it worked with your wife.
Yeah.
How long was she sober when you were going through this?
I think about 3 years.
Yeah, it's a nice sweet spot.
And she never, our relationship wasn't gonna work out, but I wasn't, because I was still drinking, but I would kind of avoid her when I was drunk, and then just, all right. She kind of was like, this is crazy. But anyways, then I got, and I started counting days on my own because I had been in AA before, and I was like, those guys are crazy. I don't need any of those fucking weird old men asking for my phone number. Those fucking whack jobs.
It's Joe's dream.
And then, and then I got
my
like,
own list.
20-something days, and I was talking to my buddy, and he was like, well, you got to do the thing or you're not going to. And I was like, all right.
The steps.
Yeah. And then I started going and
Changes your life.
steps and everything. Yeah,
It's
of course.
fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I had a similar thing where my mom got sober when I was 10, so I knew it worked.
Yeah.
I watched firsthand my whole house. Everything got better. Like me and my sisters, everybody, my dad, like everything was. So I think knowing it worked, I think is why it took me so long to surrender.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to give it up.
Right.
I didn't want to. And I remember sitting in this room in my intervention when the interventionist goes, well, this is where you're going to go. There's 3 meetings a day. And my thought, and I believe I said out loud, like 3 meetings a day. What else are you going to do in rehab?
Right,
Fucking
right.
Shuffleboard?
Right.
But then you get sober and you wind up like killing time. You just like, I'll go to that meeting too. All my friends are over there.
Yeah, it's fun. It becomes
I
fun.
fucking love being sober.
No, I had a moment too, and I was like a couple days, or thinking about getting sober, or maybe 2 days sober. I was like, but I just don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do when I go to Ireland? What am I going to do? Not drink? And my buddy, a sober guy, was like, when are you going to Ireland? And I was like, well, I'm saying like when I don't know. I was just like, but at some point I will go to Ireland. The fuck? And by the way, I've since been to Ireland like 4 times and didn't drink. It's lovely.
I have no desire to drink or none. It never. If I see a guy like at a Lakers game walking by with a Dodger game more so ice cold beer, I'm like, God damn, that looks fucking great. But that's it.
Right. Well, it is. I mean, because it just takes a second to go. Well, I know that's gonna go.
There's nothing I can use. I've tried every derivative, every option. Drinking NyQuil, 2 bottles a day of NyQuil when I first quit drinking.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fucking A. It's like living in Bikini Bottom. Just everything's SpongeBob-y. And there's nothing I can use that I'm not going to drag everyone in my life down into a hole with me.
Well, that's the thing too, is I don't even fantasize about having a beer. I fantasize about having 75 beer. I never understood the idea of like people would leave like half a drink. That's the most time I've ever desired a drink is when somebody leaves like a third of a beer, like a restaurant. I'm like, what are you, nuts? And I'm just like, because you're wasting the alcohol.
My wife Jeannie comes with me to the Improv when I do spots, and she'll order a margarita. And then I go up, I do, 15. They say it's a 20-minute spot, but they always fucking cap you at like 14 and a half. Something's up over there.
Not me. They let me go as long as I
Well,
want.
you're a different guy.
30, 40 minutes.
Well, you also work where they do drag brunch. The Irvine Improv. And then I'm like, okay, you ready to go? And she goes, yeah. And it's just half a mark, the 14-minute version of, first of all, not finishing a cocktail in 14 minutes is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, well, and my wife and I always laugh about people that lose their drink. They're like, where's my beer? I had a beer. And I'm like, you put your beer down?
Yeah.
I've never lost a drink.
Yeah.
Even when I was like in a blackout, it was in my fucking hand.
Yeah, and one in my pocket.
I remember I opened for Louis for years.
Gomez?
Yeah, Louis J. Gomez. Louis C.K. years ago, we flew in a private jet. I remember went in the bath. He was like drinking a glass of wine. He's not an alcoholic, and he had a glass of wine. And I went in the bathroom or something, like another room on the plane, and there was just like half a glass of wine. He had just like forgotten it. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Another room on the plane.
Or another,
God.
space.
I know. Good for. I think he's one of the actual greatest among. Well, I don't think it. It's true.
Yeah, of
Beatles,
course.
Stones, Louis. They're all up there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I was just going to say something so cool.
Oh,
you have a
damn it.
2-year-old. Are you
Yes.
sick when, do you get sick of like other parents giving you parenting advice?
People don't.
Just where you come in with a real fucking wacky story and pick up the energy of the show.
Oh, geez. Well, we went into a meeting for a second there. I feel. Is that not entertaining? That was good stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, it was great.
Some people love it.
I'm just breaking your balls. Just breaking balls.
Right away, you're getting fresh.
Right away. Like my fucking body.
Nobody. That's the greatest scene of all time because the party is so depressing. The balloons are all
For the listener
deflated.
that isn't as sharp as Joe List and I were, we've now gone briefly onto Goodfellas. Go get your fucking shine box scene.
It's just the most depressing party. The balloons are all shitty. There's
And that
like
guy,
two people
he's
there.
out. Is he wearing a turtleneck? Or no, his buddy's wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah.
He looks like a Hair Club for Men member, and he's got the turtleneck and the leather jacket.
Yeah.
And Billy Bat's going, come on, what are you feeling, fucking strong?
It's just.
They're at the end of a bar. Like, that's his coming home party.
Yeah,
And he's a
there's-
made man.
There's literally like two guys there. Yeah, everyone hates him.
He's a made man.
Yeah.
And his big coming home party is two guys at the elbow of a bar. This guy make your shoes look like fucking mirrors, Joe.
Motherfucking mutt.
Keep him here.
Anywho, no, people don't give too much parenting. My family will try to say things, but my family's like all in disarray. So you just kind of go, all right, guys, come
What
on.
do you mean disarray?
Well, they're all, I mean, I don't want to get into their problems. They got all kinds of problems. There's a whole other thing going on with that group of people.
All right, I'll respect that.
But
Put that on your Wikipedia page.
big,
Spruce that shit
Another
up.
family
messy
disarray.
family.
Joe List
yeah.
is a comedian. Dot.
But I don't know. I don't find too many people giving me advice. Maybe I'm in bad circles or something like that. Or I don't have a lot of friends.
Did you raise the kid
with
in
kids?
Manhattan?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not done. He's only 2.
I mean, oh yeah, but you didn't just move to Manhattan.
We moved a year ago. We moved to Battery Park City, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's like kid heaven down there. It's like a small town. It's amazing.
It is. That's a great place to raise a kid if you're going to be in Manhattan. When I had each of my sons in Manhattan, you're like, oh, this is fun. And then it rains and it's Robinson Crusoe. You're just on an island. You have no fucking idea what to do. You can't go out. It's Manhattan in the rain. Like you and I can just jump in a cab.
Yeah.
And bookstores, that's the indoor playgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
You bring your kid to Barnes & Noble. There's 18 other moms and dads and nannies in there with their kids. Just like, can you believe that rain?
I was just talking about that. We went on a month-long road trip in New England in July. We went New Hampshire, Maine, all the states that make up New England. And we would just go to toy stores. We would just go to toy stores every day.
In part of Connecticut.
I'm like, I don't know if you realize that you could just go to a toy store and play with all the shit. You could just throw it around crazy. And
Or
then
a
you just
doctor's office.
Leave and don't buy anything. Or you could do that. But those ones are kind of germy.
I know.
And then this is a true story. My son, he's got a great arm. He's the son of a 6'3", 195-pound man.
Picasso.
So he picked up a ball and just threw it. He's got a great arm. And it hit a lady in like the leg. And I was like, sorry, he's got a gun.
Yeah,
I literally
good.
said he's got a gun at a toy store in America. People were diving behind the stuffed animals. Catch me at the Irvine last weekend. Irvine.
Where are you going to be next weekend? That's when this will air.
Dallas Improv
Oh, that's a
is
great
my
one.
next gig. October.
Dallas or
Whatever it is. Addison. I think.
Addison, yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't
right
know
across
what it is.
right across the hallway from a piano bar.
That's right.
See? Oh my God.
Get on a plane. Get a
There
bus
are
like
some
Madden. You could be
drunk-
John Madden.
Maybe.
But that's a tube. But you can pull over.
Yeah, I could pull over whenever I want.
What if you flew at a really low altitude? We could kind of roll a window down.
I was thinking like when I drive, I don't give a shit. So maybe the trick is to put a fucking like baby steering wheel on the headrest in front of me, so I can pretend I'm in control somehow.
Maggie Simpson.
But
Yeah.
we can't be in control. We're in control of nothing.
I'm working on it, Joe.
I know. I'm here
When
to
I had
help.
my knee, when I first started going to like meetings with my knee fucked up before surgery, guys, I got Neil Elatraj, the guy that did Kobe Bryant's Achilles tendon and Shohei Ohtani's entire body.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, you go to a meeting and, you're surrounded by fucking doctors all of a sudden. Guys are coming up to me after a meeting like, you should try his cold lasers. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go with scalpel. Get the fuck away from me.
Right.
Everybody's like, I got a friend tore his rotator cuff. He put cayenne pepper on it. Now he walks on his hands. That's a pretty good run. You go camping with Bobby Kelly?
I have a couple
That's
times.
so fucking dicey.
It's been a
You
while.
know what, dude?
Dude. Yeah, it's been a while. Me, Bobby, and Ari Shaffir, and my wife. We call ourselves the Bushcraft Party Boys.
I heard you say that on
And one
the
girl. But then we went, and Bobby, Bobby. He's
Yeah, wow.
very obsessive. So when he gets camp, he's got every camping thing. We each have a knife. We each have a folding knife with our names engraved, and he's like, dude, I got a knife guy. He made this. It's one in a lifetime.
Dude,
And
you
so I'm
gotta
like-
get a knife, dude.
So I got a knife on my pocket. He's like, here, a boot. He's got, 4 sets of everything. It's crazy. And a bear bag and a pot and an oven. And he just does it. And so we hike up in there. And bushcrafting is like, you just go out in the woods. There's no campground. So we're like hacking shit and doing the thing. And, Ari's like a big, gangly LA Jew. And I'm this guy you're
Boston
talking
Jew.
to, and Bobby, and so we don't belong out there. And we have a great time, though. We tell stories. We have a campfire, the whole thing, cigars.
Dude, me and Patrice.
So we do the whole fucking thing. And then at like 1 o'clock in the morning, there's like baby coyotes just start screaming. And coyotes, I thought coyotes were like, "Arr!"
And they go,
But it's not. It's like, it sounds like babies getting like their toenails ripped off. It's like, "Ah!"
Oh.
It was fucking crazy. And we're all in our tents, and I'm like, Bob, what did we do? What are coyotes? What happened? He's like, I don't fucking know. And Ari's like, what do you mean you don't know? So now we're all arguing. I'm like, how do you not know it? And they sounded like they were like 4 feet away. It was fucking horrifying. And that was like the last time I actually came close to having a panic attack, because I was like, this is like a thin layer of whatever, nylon.
You have a knife.
And there's wild animals. I had it open like fucking Jerry O'Connell in Stand By Me with the gun.
oh, Jerry.
I was just like holding it like this with 2 hands, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna try to stab a coyote in the face.
Well, yeah.
I didn't sleep. And I've gone camping where I take like Tylenol PM or Benadryl. I just sleep. I stay awake right through it. I can't sleep outdoors. Never again.
But how many times have you gone?
Twice.
We're the bushcraft boys.
I know we did a.
We got
podcast,
our
the
own
whole thing.
knives.
We literally
How many
went.
times have you gone? Twice.
We went twice, and I just
First time, great. Second time, coyotes.
Yeah, well, the first time too, I couldn't.
What was the Bobby
sleep.
Kelly camping joke at the roast about hanging up the food?
Oh, I forgot about that. A bear bag. We got a bear bag in case Bobby comes rooting around late at night, something like that. We got a Bobby bag. Oh, there was some kind of body bag thing.
It's great.
Yeah, I forget that joke.
You go, I love Bobby, so I'm not gonna make fun of his weight. Let's just talk about the real Bobby. Bobby's a hoarder. He hoards fat on his body.
Yeah, I was very proud of that one.
You
But
know
Bobby's
what,
not
dude?
fat anymore. Now he's
I
like
know.
ripped.
I remember when he was at his biggest, and Colin Quinn said he looked like something in like a Chinatown gift shop.
Oh yeah.
All right, Bobby, one of my favorite impressions to do is probably Colin. Then there's Bobby over here, Rich Ross. We're not in the same business.
I
Did
love
you?
your Colin. Colin's a good friend of mine.
I fucking adore Colin Quinn. My wife and I watched New York Story maybe a month ago for the first time.
Yeah.
And we were just like, we kept looking at each other like, you don't realize this brilliance exists. It's been floating around on Netflix. If you haven't watched Colin Quinn New York Story, go ahead.
He's got a few of them. He's unbelievable. That's the smartest person I know.
Yeah, the Constitution one, he kept interrupting himself.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, finish that. He's like, yeah, guys, Alexander Hamilton, And he gets Seinfeld to direct him.
Yeah.
I love this thing on the New York Story. Like, New Yorkers were rude, but we're rude to be polite. It was so brilliant. He goes, we're rude to be polite. If you're in a long line at a pizzeria, you get up to the front, you go, come on, give me a slice. And everyone's like, it seems rude. But if you're in that long line and there's a long line behind you and you get up to the front and you're like, hi,
Right.
how you doing today? Everybody behind you like, who the fuck's this guy? Keep it moving.
I thought about it yesterday. I was stuck in and out, and the guy in front of me had a question for every step of the way. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you thinking about buying an In-N-Out franchise? What the fuck are you doing up there?
I hope that guy buys an In-N-Out franchise and you become destitute. and you apply.
And I decided to be a Christian burger flipper.
And you apply for a job there, and he hires you, and on your first day, he's like, not in those shoes, and he fires you. And he goes, I'll never forget what you said about me on the More Stories podcast.
I just had this at Alamo, or I was renting a car, Alamo National, whatever, and it was one of those
Not
ones.
sponsored.
Whatever
Yet.
the reason, there was like one person, and there's like 50 people in line. Like, well, you just see it, and you're like, oh my God, we're fucked. And she's still doing the, what brings you to town? I'm like, why don't you go ahead and cut out the what brings you to town? Why don't we just nip off 8 seconds from each of these customers?
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck why I'm in town?
When I have to rent a car, when I get off that plane, I sprint. I've been with both of my sons and said, if we get separated, we're going to Sixth. Like, I'll meet you, but I'm not fucking around because I know half these assholes are going to be there like,
Do you have a C-series fuck doop beep beep?
No, it's horrible. And they just, well, what brings you here? What are you doing? Who gives a fuck?
when you sprint, when you put in that effort and you put in that level of commitment and that effort and you roll up there and you are the first guy and then they all file in behind you, that's as good as getting sober.
I just had it. Well, I just had it today, and now we're really off on some good gripping stuff here. But I just did it. I got off the shuttle bus, zipped past everybody, Got in line. There was like 3 people in line in front of me, and the lady came up. She was the manager, delightful lady, and she said, "Does anyone want to use the kiosk?" And I went, "I don't. The kiosk never works.
Never works.
I don't trust the kiosk." And she said, "Well, there's a couple criteria. Are you renting a big car? Do you need a big whatever?" And I
It's
said,
bigger
"No."
than me, yeah.
I got a mid-size. She goes, "You have a California license?" I said, "I don't." And she goes, "There was some other thing. Are you gay? Whatever." I was like, "I'm not." She goes, "Well, you can do the kiosk. I'll help you." And I go, "If you're helping me, I'll go."
Yeah, if they help you at the kiosk, it's amazing.
That's different, which is the same as the other thing. So I go to the kiosk, I scan my license, it goes boop, and fuck you, nope, because my address they have on file does not match my license. But then she went, I was like, this is fucking what I was afraid of. Now I've lost my space. Everyone got there, and she goes, "I'll take care of you." And then she just took me and cut me in front of the line.
Yeah.
So I cut everybody, and it was beautiful.
Have you ever had a guide at Disneyland?
No, I'm not a big Disneyland guy because I'm
Star
a
Wars
adult
Land? It's pretty cool.
male with no children. Now I have a child, so someday.
Having a guide at Disneyland is the most bizarre thing because you're just skipping people in wheelchairs with like drool all over their faces. And then like you'll do Space Mountain, you and like 5 of your friends, and then you just circle back and that person moved up like 8 feet.
Oh, that's fun.
And they're like, "Why does he go first?" You're like, "Sorry about your legs, but I used to be on television."
Yeah, that's all that matters. No, I'd like to be one of those people. I think I'm hoping
You could,
I
it's just
can-
money. You can do it.
Yeah, I do okay.
Did you child-proof your apartment?
I think sort of.
I mean, sort of.
Well, we have the plastic things that go in the holes.
Yeah.
And
For your wife.
we have the folks. We have the locks on the chemical cabinet.
It's weird all the chemicals are at baby level and all the good shit like spices are up high.
Right. Well, I mean, I think he's smart enough to not eat the stuff, but you got to.
Oh, no. They're fucking. You have a boy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how my sons don't drown when it's raining. Like, it's okay. My son, my 14-year-old, there's always a spot of piss on the floor in front of his toilet.
Okay.
And so one day that spot was really big. This is maybe 2 years ago, so he's 12. And I go, "Buddy, get in here." I go, "You can't keep pissing on the floor." He goes, "I didn't pee on the floor." I go, "I'm looking at, Lake Erie. Like, what are you talking about?" And he goes, "You want me to tell you what happened?" Because I didn't piss on the floor. I go, "What happened?" He goes, "Sometimes when I'm taking a dump and I have to pee, the pee shoots straight out
Sure.
and lands on the floor." And I go, "Okay. You know what you might want to do is point your penis down."
Yeah.
And it goes in. And my son looked at me and goes, Huh. Like, maybe.
Also, he did piss on the floor.
Yeah,
Look, I
it
love
doesn't
I know,
matter which
funny.
direction you're facing.
There's no rhyme or reason. Yesterday, he had a different, like a psychiatry appointment for going into high school to place him in. It's a whole thing, individualized education, whatever. And it's 9 to noon. And he goes, "I'm not going to school after, doctor, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, you are." He goes, "Why?" I go, "Because there's 3 hours of school left." He goes, "I'm not going." I go, "You don't get to make those decisions." He goes, "I'm not going." And I go, "Do you need a mental health day?" He goes, "Not if I got to go to the doctor first." Like he put his foot. I'm like, this fucking guy runs the whole house.
That's good though. He's what's that word they use?
S?
Advocating.
Yeah, but
That's a big word.
he's irrational. My son. I thought when I was buying diapers for my son, I thought this is one of my. So you do bits on Instagram that you used to do.
Yeah, I've started doing that. It's
Worst
fun.
housewarming gift,
An air conditioner.
an air conditioner. That's not house. And he
I was young.
puffed a cigar.
I was a young guy.
Mine was. I kept coming home empty-handed because I thought the baby on the package of diapers had to match the baby I had at home. So I'm like, they just had all they had was Korean baby diapers.
That's great.
Yeah, I got to bring some. I got to just pretend I have a baby and lie on stage.
Yeah, that's way better than my air conditioner.
Are you
joke.
putting up videos of old bits?
No, I don't have any videos, so it's just me talking. But the front facing is all the things these
Yeah,
days.
yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to fucking do this algorithm.
Front
nonsense.
facing meaning.
You look at the thing.
I do that all the time. Doesn't do shit for me.
Yeah, well, it's a tricky business.
I got to bring in Kevin Pollak to tell fucking Michael Clark Duncan stories to get any traction.
I can't figure this thing out.
I got to get Brad Williams to get more views. How about this one? What were your first bits when you started stand up? And we'll round third here.
I did. Well, I started in Boston, so one of my big bits, my first joke, I went to a Celtics game, a lot of empty seats for a team called the Celtics. It was bad. I mean, the Celtics didn't sell tickets at the time. And
Oh, that's when they were always like the 8 seed. And was it a best of 3 series for a while?
Yeah.
It was always them and the Nets.
best of 5.
Was it 5? Wasn't there a 3 for a little bit?
I don't think so.
Why did my voice get high? Because I'm unsure of myself?
I think it was best of
That's a 5. You might be right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, like certainly
There
the
had
early
to have been
90s.
a year or two.
Maybe before my time, but like those Bulls Cavs was like best of 5.
Yeah.
in
Mark
89.
Price.
Yeah,
Oh. Mark Price, Brad Doherty, Larry Nance,
yeah. Nice pulls.
Craig Elo.
Craig Elo.
There's a
I knew
shot
there
on
was-
Elo. Yes, Bulls win.
I like the announcer, like at the home games. You go to a Knicks game and they're like, John Starks! And then the other guy comes out and hits a 3, and the guy goes, that was Del Curry.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to wake you with our basket. Hey Siri, did the NBA ever have a best of 3 series in the playoffs?
Yes, the NBA has had a best of 3 series.
Suck
in
it,
the playoffs.
nerds.
The format was used until 1955.
Oh, never mind.
1955.
Fucking.
Picasso.
55.
Picasso.
Jesus, my father wasn't born.
Was that the Celtics and Braves best of 3 series?
Best of 3.
My earliest bit was I'm a bedwetter, but and everybody's like, that's all right. I go, yeah, but I do it from the top of my dresser.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, I should bring some of these were
These
good.
are great.
I was in high school and I had my my varsity jacket on wrestling, and I'd be like, I'm pretty athletic, not just wrestling. I'm captain of the miniature golf team. But I was out last year with an injury. I got hit by a windmill. I was 16 years old.
That's very funny.
No, that one wasn't that funny.
What were some of my, I mean, mine were all like one-liner. Yeah, I went to
Celtics.
Cheers. Nobody knew my name.
Love it.
that.
Everything is just very Boston.
Yeah,
based.
yeah, it was very localized. And then I had one that I was like,
You guys been to Tufts lately?
boy, that's a Tufts crowd, folks. I did one that was like, they always say, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Ah, what the fuck does that mean? You know what you got when you got it. That's how you know you got it, because you just got it. Hey, honey, do we have a blender? I don't know. Throw it out and I'll tell you. And by the way, how about this?
And I lived on Beacon Street.
When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I was like really into the Rat Pack. I had a big Sinatra phase.
Yeah.
So for Christmas,
When you
my
were hold on,
18th
when you were a kid?
or teenager,
That's pretty hip.
18. So my mother, I wanted like a fucking Sinatra hat.
Oh no.
I started booking JFL.
And
I did.
I started selling scalp tickets to the other members.
I did a couple of sets with a fucking hat. Fedora? Like 18 years old. And at that time, I was like 6'2", 135 pounds.
laughing at
with
you.
like wiry glasses and like a cocked hat. And I'd be up there being like, hey, there's a lot of empty seats for a team called the Celtics.
Hey, I tell you, Count Basie, ladies and gentlemen, and his
my
wonderful
first 8
audience.
sets were in a Hawaiian shirt. I was
First, how many?
probably my first 8 shows. I was
The
in a
Hawaiian shirt's better than
But do you go up and point to your
fedora.
shirt and go, "Oh, I know what you're thinking." That's my favorite when guys wear the same outfit for the
Right.
opening joke. What do you blow Don Ho for that shirt? The audience is like, we have no idea who that is, but we know that rhythm.
What? I'm trying to think of my other.
Who was it? Patton
stupid
Oswalt
fucking
and
jokes.
Brian Posehn and Zach Galifianakis had some like docu thing on HBO where they were going on and on about comics that do that. And I think it was Brian Posehn. He goes, the guy just goes on stage and goes, "What the?" Pointing to his own shit, pointing to his own clothing. What the?
That reminds me of a great story. I forget who the comic was. I think it was Tommy Johnigan's story. Some comic's story, but the feature act, or maybe it was Jake Johansson. I don't know. Some comic had a story about the feature act kept going. It was like in Appleton, Wisconsin, in the winter, and he goes, "This guy, hey, fucking dude, you got shorts on, your ball. I can see your balls," and we get like a laugh. And then the headline, whoever it was on stage going, "I don't see no shorts. It's fucking weird." And then the next show, the guy goes, "Hey, look at you wearing shorts. I can see your balls."
That's fucking great.
And he goes, the headline goes, "What? You keep saying that? There's no one with shorts." He goes, "Oh, he gets a laugh." And he's like, "Right, but the section you're looking at thinks you're fucking insane."
Hey,
There's
man.
like 20 people that are like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah, but there's 100 other people that are like, "This guy's great. We fucking love this guy." Did Yoko Ono break up the Beatles?
I don't know.
Thanks for playing.
I wasn't there.
Joe,
What's that?
did Yoko Ono break up the Beatles?
No.
Well, she did not break them up.
Yeah, she did not break them up, but whenever it's something like that, like John broke up the Beatles, even if it was Yoko's fault, right? Because kick the bitch to the curb.
Whoa.
You're in the Beatles.
Hey.
Get rid of the fucking.
Addison Improv
Yes, October something through the something. October 20th to the 20th. I'm very bad at business.
Joe List Comedy.
October 20th to the 22nd.
Before Joe goes, we got to talk about his documentary because I love Tom, Dustin, and I love Comedy Key West, and I just watched it last night. Because
oh, by the way, watch us on Substack. There's secret episodes. Me and Joe bang out like 10-minute ones. They tell me this is where the business is going, this fucking Substack. It's $10 a month. You get this podcast a day early without ads. And you can, like, I don't know how. It's like Twitter.
We're putting on classics on Thursday.
Classics
episodes.
And
yeah.
there's going to be episodes. So far, I have 48 subscribers. So I'm rolling in it.
It's pretty good. That's $480.
Early risers, 6,000. That's a Substack about women that bake bread. Sourdough bread.
Oh, is that right? I thought that was a meeting you were
Early
telling me to.
I know. It sounds like
And that's literally a meeting I've been to, Early Risers.
yeah, it's at the church after half measures. Availed us nothing.
I sure did.
All right, so this documentary that I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing it up. That's great.
Yeah,
it's called Tom Dustin, Portrait of a Comedian. I send you a screener if you want.
Yeah, but I focused on your stand-up.
I appreciate that, too. I appreciate it all.
So he
I
did
also
one
draw, if you want to see some of my drawings.
You do not.
No, I made that up.
Oh,
I'm
I'll
terrible.
make you draw right now.
I knew he was going to watch the special, so I watched the doc. I've been to Comedy Key West. I texted Tom after I watched it. I was like, "You fucking crybaby."
Yeah, he cries.
He didn't text me back.
Well,
I'm
apparently, you
assuming 'cause
made him
he's
just look like a
in Key
drunk
West.
that pissed his life away in this doc, right? Like you went on to
No.
great heights, having panic
No.
attacks on Conan and selling out drag brunch, and this guy's in Key West, helping Nick Swartzen find his cane.
First
Anyway,
of all, folks, first of all, he's like 90 days sober now, which is
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
80-something days, 90-something.
you don't
around
have to
there.
clap. He's
sorry I
not
said he didn't-
trans.
I'm sorry I said he texted me back because he was drunk. That was wrong. It was incorrect.
No, I think
Wow,
he just
Joe, the
he's
negativity.
still, he's got problems. But you'd like it. I'll send it to you. There's
I
a
have
lot
it.
of
That's
you
where
have
he got it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well,
Nobody sends him anything without me on his fucking.
But I just wanted to say it's great. And
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it. And
Where do people find this doc? That
It's
you made?
on Punch Up Live, which is a
Okay.
wonderful website. PunchUpLive.com, I think.
.org.
Joe List, something. I don't know. I'm so bad at the business.
Are you any good at drawing?
No.
I'm horrible at it.
No. I can draw. No.
Star of David.
Sure, that's easy.
2 triangles.
2 triangles. Boom.
I was
Boom,
doing
bam.
this movie Street Kings, and John Corbett from do you know who that is? He was in
Yeah,
Sex-
I know who he is. Yeah. I know that guy. It's
Northern
in
Exposure.
Greek Wedding.
My
Yeah.
big factory. He goes, "Hey man, can I draw you?" We're dressed as cops and we're at lunch at this picnic table. He goes, "Do you mind if I draw you?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah. We're at lunch for an hour." I go, "Sure." So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I sit across from this guy, like eating real slow, and he's like, "Just if you can just make sure your head stays." Friday, he shows me a stick figure. This fucking guy. And I was like, he got me so bad.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
That is
I
fucking
want to do
really
it to
funny.
someone else, but I don't have the discipline. Like, I don't even meditate every day. I can't show up every day for an hour.
Was he like covering it? Like
Yeah,
this?
and he had like a big sketch pad.
I mean, that puts
like
him
Kevin
at like one of
Nealon.
the funniest people I've ever met in my life.
It's
I've
Kevin.
met him.
It's Kevin Nealon-esque.
I feel like I know him.
I feel like Kevin would do that.
Yeah.
He used to have a closing bit where he would bring a sketch pad and an easel on stage. He goes, "I like to draw the audience if I get a volunteer," and it would just be some girl. I opened for him at the University of Iowa. It was me, him, and Julia Sweeney. And he goes, "So if you just sit right here," and he starts, but he's got ink on his fingers. So he goes, "If you could just move your head a little bit." And every time he touched their face, he put ink on their face. So by the end, they're like almost in complete blackface. And the audience is going fucking wild. But he would always say a joke when he touched their face.
Right.
To cover the calamity.
Yeah. That's
Ah,
amazing.
fucking Kevin.
Well, that's like my wife and I last night or 2 nights ago watched a clip of Harland Williams on Joe Rogan's show.
Hi, Buttercup. You want to watch Peggy Sue Got Married while my squirrel takes a canoe in the toilet?
Did you see him on Rogan at all?
I try to avoid Rogan.
I just watched the clip and it's fucking hilarious because he's really like pulling Rogan along on this thing. He's telling he has a 4-foot tapeworm and he has to eat celery to get the
And
tapeworm
Joe
to
believed
react.
him?
What's that?
Joe believed him?
I think he was kind of half believing the thing, and then he just starts Harlan just eating like celery into the microphone, and so
Yeah.
like Joe would start talking, and it just like, and then he started telling a story about getting attacked by a bear, and Joe's very earnestly like, bears will kill you, it's crazy, grizzly.
Yeah, guys, be careful out there.
And
Yeah,
then
they're out there
If you're
shooting
listening
elk.
to this podcast, Be careful around bears.
And then Harlan goes, well, dude, I should just tell people to watch the clip because it's funnier than I can do. But then Harlan's like, can I show you? So I don't want to be too weird. And he unbuttons his shirt and he just has like fake bear claws it's like, all the way down his arm. So like Harland Williams at some point in the day, like glued on fucking thing and was like, I'm going to do this during Joe Rogan's 3-hour podcast.
I got this bear. This bear clawed me. I remember jogging, doing a movie in Calgary, and it was like an underwear scene, so I was like obsessively jogging. And every time I left the hotel, they're like, "You forgot your bear bell. You have to sew a bell through your laces of your shoes."
Bobby Kelly had bear bells when we hiked.
Oh my God, he wears them all the time. Don't kid yourself. He wears them around Big J. Who's the top in that relationship? Oh, Big J. You know, they probably switch it up.
Well, Bobby's would be a power bottom, you know?
Dude.
You know what, dude? If I can throw it in my ass, come on my back. What do I care?
What do I care, dude? You know what, dude? You know what? You fucking. I'm so happy to spend this time with you.
Thank you.
Our
Me
time
too.
here is up.
Oh.
There's a bathroom there. There's waters. If you want a snack, we can go upstairs later. If you want to meet my other dog, whatever you need. What are you doing tonight now that there's a gas leak at the Improv, which they made up to keep you out?
Well, this is the thing, by the way. I have like a roller coaster moment because I'm like, oh, it's canceled. That's great. Because it's great when someone else cancels. You have to feel guilt. You tried. You don't have to do anything. And then like I made plan. I'm having dinner with Louis, if I may say, name drop. And he's in town also. And then this guy texted me, the booker of the show, the producer of the show, was like, I found another venue, so we're back on. I was like, oh,
beat
boo.
it, fucker. Who's the booker?
Mark Hayes, he's a comic. Do you know him?
Tell him
No. Irish guy.
You know him?
Yeah.
Irish guy.
Yeah.
They're like, sorry, I made plans. I'm having dinner with Louis.
That's what I said. I was like, I did. And it's true. I made plans.
Oh, so you did tap
yeah.
out. Good.
Yeah.
So next, your first show at the Improv is going to be a little menza?
I think it'll be all right.
Joking. You're one of my favorite. I had never seen you do stand-up
Oh, wow.
until a week ago, and I'm all in. I'm
Thank you.
thrilled. It's
Boy,
one of those
spread
things
the
like,
word, for
I mean, he
God's
made the
sakes.
gratitude list this morning. That was huge.
Tell somebody.
Yeah,
for
you made my
God's
gratitude
sakes.
list this morning.
Oh, that makes me feel really
Wait,
nice.
how many followers do you have on Instagram?
182,000.
That's good.
I think.
What's a guy like you make? Don't. It's the More Stories podcast. Hit subscribe on YouTube. Hit subscribe everywhere you watch it. Leave comments. Be nice. Do gay dad jokes on anything you see Joe on.
Please.
But if I can help you in any way, I don't know what I could help you with, but you're just one of the good guys.
Thank you very much. I'm so touched. I appreciate it. Thank
Buddy,
you.
I'm so happy you're here.
I would love if you were a huge asshole as soon as the mics turned off.
There's a big Jay Mohr's in it. There's a small pie wedge of people that'll just tell you what a jerk I am.
Well, I have not met them.
Good.
Well, maybe I've met them, but they didn't say anything. They kept it quiet.
You can only live your life. This is my message to everybody out there, Joe.
We're back.
Joe, this is what you do.
Yeah.
This is what you do. You can only live your life a certain way that when someone shit talks you to someone else, the recipient no longer trusts the person shit talking you. Like that fucking guy, and they're just like, what? Like when somebody like badmouths Tom Arnold, you just go like, wait, what? Tom Arnold?
Right.
He's just like a good time fucking guy. Just wants to do right.
And how people feel about you is none of your business.
I disagree with that entirely. I'm more Kurt Cobain. I don't care what you think unless it's about me.
Right. Fair.
Like of course it's my business. You're fucking talking shit about me. I got some work to do is what I'm saying. You have a lot more sobriety than me.
Well, we all have one day.
Yeah, the world record for sobriety is one day. Oh, the fucking things these people say. Shut up. How about when guys share at meetings and they share the same thing every single time?
I hate guys. I have a couple people that will do that. They'll say, "Hey, my name's Steve. I'm definitely an alcoholic." Which, that in my mind, I'm like this. So what are we? We're faking it, you fuckhead.
There was a girl at one of my home groups who goes, "I'm so and so, and I'm a real alcoholic."
Yeah, same thing.
Sister, I'm a real alcoholic. And the
I always start the same way. I'm like, this shirt, I know what you're thinking.
yeah, that's how you start your act.
So I start
If you ever need an opener, do you bring your own opener?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Luke Monis. He lives here in L.A. You know Luke?
Yep.
He's great. Or my friend Matt Wayne, but back in New York.
Is he related to Bruce Wayne? Reggie Wayne?
I got to tell you, I've never put this together. Bruce Wayne, Matt Wayne.
All right, let's get out of here. Have fun, friends.
Jay Mohr's my uncle.